Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's a little different of a scene this time. Usually I'm in nature and doing a bunch of stuff, but with this full moon in Scorpio, I am in the house, I'm in my comfortable pajamas, and I'm chilling because y'all know how Scorpio energy can be. It's very destructive for some reason. It's just destructive. But we all have our roles in the fold. But anyways, let's get right into this full moon. So first off, let's get into some negative aspects of this full moon in Scorpio. So Scorpio is the one that wants to go down to the bottom and find the truth. That is the core passion and drive. They need to know the truth, and they need to know it's serious, and they need to know it's deep. There's some depth there. So right now, especially with anyone that has any Scorpio planets or any Taurus planets, you guys are going to be on the front line of the center of energy. And what that means is it's not technically that it's so solely about you, but you are the object of the desire because you guys are in the crossfire. So anybody with Scorpio energy, high, heavily energy, will be triggered by this full moon, as well as anyone with this opposite sign, because Taurus is the opposite of Scorpio. It will be heavily ruled or heavily affected by this full moon as well. Okay, so with that being said, that's a lot, right? So with that being said, I will say that on that retro scale, Scorpio, or the people that have the most Scorpio energy, they're going to be the ones that are either bringing the destruction, receiving the destruction. It's centered totally around them. The Taurus people, or the people with heavy Taurus in their chart, these are the people that there's just going to be things that are thrown at you. And you're gonna be like, wait, where did this come from? Ooh, where did this come from? And what you're meant to do is you're meant as a Taurus to be grounding in that situation, because Taurus is one of the signs that can actually kind of combat Scorpio. And the best way that it does it is it just says what it is out front, no confrontation, and then walks away. Taurus are really good for this. They have this energy that kind of, decimates the Scorpio. So that's one good thing that we can kind of do. Just kind of know that it's not about us in particular, but we are the object of it. Whether you're a Taurus, or you have high Taurus energy, or you're just dealing with the Scorpio, or you're just dealing with the Taurus, just know that we are not the object. It's just the energies around right now, and we're just highlighting it because whether our sun is there shining light, our moon is there, we have emotions, our Mars, our actions and drives, we are emulating the light that is being shined on that. So we're the filter. We as people all are filters anyway. So yeah, a little bit of depth with that one. Another esoteric meaning for Pluto or Scorpio is Mercury. So Scorpio was originally ruled by Mercury, or Mercury was ruled by Scorpio. It was ruled by Scorpio and Virgo before they were split, and Libra became in the middle. So Pluto is all about really, really, really finding out on an esoteric level the truth, what it is, just formatted, just what it is. But the problem that I see particularly with Pluto energy is they know without a shadow of a doubt. These people just know. So you may feel heavily around this time, around the full moon, or where you're getting some aspects of things that you, or like deja vu, or you just knowing, or remnants of, where did this come from? So another thing we want to kind of look at is what is a full moon? So a full moon is a culmination of energy. It's a release, but it's a release after you have culminated all of the energy together, shooken it, made it this big, big, big giant thing, and then release. That's the full moon, starting at the new moon and going through the phases of waxing and winding as it correlates up to the full moon, and then back to the new moon. So when we get to the full moon, we have raised our vibration with this huge energy, and now we are on the verge of releasing. So this is a really good time, and because it's in Scorpio, there will be some themes of relationships, letting go. There will be some things of sex. There will be things of money, other people's money, manipulation. There will be themes that come across or around during this full moon that you are meant to, like I said, Scorpio just knows. You're supposed to decipher through the truth because you are a form of Mercury. So you do have to have that discernment. But, you know, once you get through Virgo, Mercury, discernment, then you get through Libra, which is now we've got the discernment, but now we have two individuals that we have to make balance. Right is right, wrong is wrong. We have to have the polarity in it. Then once we get to Scorpio, Scorpio is all about going very, 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 very deep with it in every single way so that we can get the best out of it, the most out of it, the most accurate information. You know, so just keep that in mind as we go through this full moon, that these are some of the things that will be showing up as well. What's another thing I wanted to say? I did do my full moon and new moon candles for Taurus. New moon in Aries and full moon in Scorpio. I didn't do a video for the new moon in Aries. I was doing some much needed R&R, and so I was getting comfortable with myself and my place and everything. I was just really just nurturing myself so that I can be the best that I can be for my next cycle ahead. But I did get a chance to do the full moon in Scorpio candle, and so I wanted you guys to look at this one really quick. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. I'll try to tip my candle camera a little bit. So this one right here is actually fire quartz. So this correlates to the Scorpio energy heavily. It also correlates to the passion, fire, desire, drive, spirituality, enlightenment. So that's why I incorporated this, because at the root of it, Scorpio still wants to move past it as quickly as possible. Then you also got some tiger's eye in here. That is to ground you. I'm not sure if you can see that, but you've got some tiger's eye in there. That's to ground you. Tiger's eye is really correlated with the root chakra, which is heavy, 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 heavy Scorpio energy. So the root chakra is heavy Scorpio energy. So I put that in there so that you can really ground yourself, because sex is going to be a big thing throughout this, especially with all the Taurus energy and everything being really sensual right now. Yes, so we want to kind of keep that in mind. So it's available on my website, candlemystics.com. Don't forget to check out 12thhousemystics.com as well. I've uploaded a lot of extra jewelry, like this is highlight. I've also uploaded a lot of my I've made a lot of jewelry boxes with crystals in it, a lot of ashtrays and such like that. Just a lot of good metaphysical, spiritually aligned energy with things to kind of help you go towards your way. I'm also dropping the chakra line. I don't know if you guys have been following me on Instagram, but for those of you who have, you'll see I just dropped the chakra line. And these chakra candles are actually built to help align your chakras. So each one of them has a chakra stone with an imprint of a chakra on it, as well as the actual stone that is based for that chakra. It also has oils to help enlighten that chakra, and it also has herbs to help manifest that chakra's fullest potential. So you guys are going to really love that, and that's all going to be at candlemystics.com. So yeah, don't forget to check out 12th House Mystics as well. So now that we've talking about Pluto and we're talking about Scorpio and we're talking about rituals and stuff for the full moon. So another thing I wanted to mention, guys, is full moons are all about releasing. It is very important that we release with the full moon every month, and we begin with the new moon every month. We cannot begin with the new moon every month if we don't release with the full moon. These cycles seem trivial, but they are very highly important because they control us. If you think about it, the moon controls the water here on the earth, and our bodies are condensed and made up of water. Our emotions are water, so it's controlling us. So we need to release that built up energy that we have, and so that we may be able to focus and start fresh. So another thing I will say is, I don't know if you guys checked out my tips and tricks spring break manifestation. I'll leave the link in the description box for you all if you guys want to check that out. But I went over the top herbs for the summer. I went over the top herbs for to get you guys in shape. I went over crystal therapy. I went over all of this just to kind of get you guys through the next couple of months, because it's all a cycle. So with that being in mind, let's get into a little shuffle. You guys know this is like my favorite part. You know I'm a tarot reader at heart. But we're going to go into a shuffle on this full moon and what to expect. There's no zodiac signs here. Everybody's asking me about the zodiacs. I'm going to get into them. But for right now, I just want to lead you guys on a spiritual journey of enlightenment. Because when you get to the signs, you really have to get to the psychology, esoteric psychology. And so it's really deep. And I want it to be perfect for you all. All right, so you guys know I love my As Above, So Below deck by Barbara Moore. This is my favorite deck. That's what I'll be using. I also pulled out the Halloween Oracle. And I pulled that one out because this has a lot of Scorpio energy. If you think about it, Scorpio season is right around Halloween. So this is a lot of Pluto kind of themes and energy. And then I also brought the Love Your Inner Goddess. I thought that would be like the most amazing polarity, simply because this has to do with Taurus themes and sensuality and loving yourself. It's high in Venus. So I thought that for this particular full moon in Scorpio, we'd get right into it. We'd have the best of both. All right, so let's see what's going on for this full moon, April 27, 2020. All right, so we've got the Two of Earth, and we've got the Two of Fire, which is Mercury. So Two of Earth and Two of Fire. So the Two of Earth is balance. It's not finding balance, it is balance. If you take a good look at it, you can see the earth is not consuming the water, and the water is not consuming the earth. So this is balance. So we should be providing and feeling great balance within this Scorpio new full moon. I apologize. Scorpio full moon. And then Mercury. So what I would say is, this is telling us to be mindful and contemplate everything that's going on right now while we have this little bit of balance, because Mercury will be going into retrograde in a few weeks. So everything that we're feeling with this new moon should be lighting a way for us of completion, of harmony, to have filled a void. Because through the course of 2021, since January, we have had all planets, with the exception of Mercury at the beginning, that have been direct. And this will be the first sign of them going retrograde halfway or about halfway through the year. So this is about making sure that we heed the balance. Yes, right. So you should have element of water. So it's going to be high emotions. And then you also have the Eight of Water. So some of us, or some of you all, are definitely going to be in your emotions, and you guys are trying to prepare for the Mercury in retrograde. So you guys know that this is coming, and you guys are trying to get it together, because that's what that tells me. Okay, so some of you are taking the time during this full moon to prepare for the Mercury in retrograde. That's excellent. Yes, I definitely see that. The sun, so you guys are taking care of your energy. You are preserving your light. That's what this is. And this is crone of air. So the crone of air is ending of communication. So some of you all may have been ending a relationship or completing a relationship, or you may have been shutting down an addiction or some sort, where you're coming to a close or conclusion with that. So that's really good. It seems like you guys are putting yourself first during this Scorpio full moon, and you guys are doing the necessary shadow work, ending communication or stopping what you need to do, which is very positive and blessed. Okay, so what else do we have going on? Okay, and then we have crone of air. So crone of air, it's all about the appreciation of death. Okay, she knows that it correlates heavy to Capricorn energy and time, Earth energy, high Earth energy, time, Capricorn, Saturn. So it leads the way to know that everything is born to die, and that everything has a time itself to die. And so with this full moon and us ending communication and focusing on ourselves, I truly feel like we are at peace. We are at bay. We feel solitude and serenity with the things in our life that are dying or moving forward or moving on with. We have completed this cycle. We are advancing, which is always possible. On your own terms. So you have on your own terms. And so that definitely speaks to doing it your way, coming into your own power, manifesting on you, taking care of you, self-love, self-healing. This is really, really good solar plexus chakra healing energy. So this one says, she waited a really long time to be saved, until one day she decided to save herself. It was a very good day. So yes, that's what that means. You guys are taking care of yourself. You guys are putting yourself first. You're doing the necessary work. Be brave and be true. Spirit workers. So some of you all are advancing your mindset. And with Saturn going over Aquarius, it is definitely putting perspective on our consciousness, the foundation of our consciousness. And so it's shedding and shaking up the lights and an imbalancement on that. You also have Earth Goddess here as well. And this one is who you are. So some of you all, I may be dealing with like Virgo energy or high Taurus energy right now. And you guys are coming into who you are or who you're meant to be. And so that was definitely from our Love Your Inner Goddess Oracle deck. And so now I'm going to look through the Halloween Oracle deck, and this one is by Stacey DeMarco. Like I said, this one has high plutonic themes and energies. If you think about it, Halloween is in Scorpio season, so yeah. All right, these ones just wanted to come out. So the veil, which is future. Pluto is very futuristic, okay? And if you look right there, Pluto just knows. But the thing that I feel like it lacks is there's a belief there. You know, but do you really know? Because are you putting in the belief behind the actions to show that you know? Knowing is innate. It's no need to how you feel about it or context. It's just you know. It's all Neptune in the 12th house energy. So the veil will be broken, and right now the future is at stake, which makes a lot of sense because we are heading into Aquarius season. The apple, risk and rewards. So I want you guys to kind of keep in mind, especially with the veil and future here. So you have the veil and future, and then you have risk and rewards. I don't know if you all can see that very well. You have to keep this in mind as you move forward with your steps. What I would do is I would definitely make sure that I have my chakras aligned because as you move forward, you want to be lining yourself up with everything that is harmonious in an aspect to you. If not, then you're risking to get a reward, and that's what this is. See, knowing Scorpio future, there's no sense in taking the risk and reward. Okay, so you have to be mindful of that. The lamp, remembrance. Okay, and so this is calling on ancestral magic, praying to your ancestors, or calling on your grandmother and grandfather. This is ancestral, heritageal cycles right here. And it's called for you to remember. So right now is a heavily active time for us to be advancing our knowledge and our awakening. Advancing our knowledge and awakening, so we can align ourselves for the future. So yeah, I love that one. Intuition, scrying, rejoicing in the presence, joy, right? Making the most of it. Invisibility, authenticity, that's Aquarius as well. Skulls of darkness, blind spots. So this one right here, we actually kind of out there kind of work out for. This right here is something's coming. No. So that one is us being able to center ourselves, correct ourselves, find the fault in ourselves so that we can anticipate when anyone else is trying to make that same aspect to us as well. So yes, I hope this helps you guys. As always, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.